let's talk about Springfield, Ohio. So I live just south of town. I've lived here for 4 years, and I want to start by saying that this is not a political post. I don't have political affiliations. If you want to comment political bullshit, I will just delete you, so please save us both the time. I am just speaking as someone who lives here, has small business friends, has realtor friends, has teacher friends that are offering their perspective, and also, my own eyeballs and what I see as I'm driving through this city. So I just want to start by saying that Springfield has been voted like one of the worst cities to live in the country for like forever. So it was already bad here. I'm not trying to take away from what's really going on. I'm just trying to say, like, ever since manufacturing left, everyone essentially left, and it just hasn't been a great place to live. So they've been doing a lot to revitalize the city, but it just takes a lot of time. So when Springfield was declared a safe haven, it had a populace of like 60,000 people, and within the last 2 years there's been anywhere from 15 to 20,000 immigrants that have been taken here, traveled here, however they got here.
That's the part I'm trying to figure out. How are these people getting here? How are they getting, because like if you tell me, okay, well, they settled in Texas, or they went over to Chicago, or they decided to go to New York, or, something like that. Arizona, because Arizona, all of that stuff makes sense. Arizona is a border town. Texas, obviously, ditto. Coming up straight through Florida, okay, makes sense. But I was reporting when Haiti was completely it still is, but, when we first started reporting on it here on the United States of America, and I started covering it on the Millionaire Morning Show, and I was reporting on what was going on over in Haiti, and assassination, taken over by barbecue, people's bodies getting thrown in the street, that Florida was the one that was basically fortifying its borders and making sure that the people that came into their town or the people that came into that state was going to be protected and all of that, so on and so forth, because we had to have legal migration, not illegal immigrants coming over here and doing what they wanted to do, fix your own place where you come from. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying, we pick and choose when it's convenient, and it's obviously an agenda because over 20 million, estimated over 21 million people that we know of has come across the border. So if you then say, okay, Florida, Texas, Arizona, California, that makes sense. Chicago, Houston, New York, so on and so forth, Denver, they've designated themselves as sanctuary cities. That also makes sense. So then, okay, well, y'all can take y'all little space over there. We're not going to go and continue to strain states' resources or city resources in these border towns. And since y'all don't want to stand with us, then we're going to separate and we're going to make sure that y'all feel the pain also of what we've been dealing with over here in Texas for a long time. Springfield, Ohio. Now, Springfield, Illinois, because it's probably like 3 or 4 Springfields in every state. And I was talking about this on the Millionaire Morning Show, and they said, well, Springfield is the place they were showing on The Simpsons. But it was Springfield, Illinois. But again, how do you pick as a migrant? Springfield, Ohio, this is where we're going to settle. This is where we're going to take care of business. This is where we're about to get.
I'm always thinking about my family in Haiti.
Because of that violence, the U.S. granted what's called temporary protected status to Haitians in the U.S., giving them limited time permission to live and work here. TPS was then expanded by the Biden administration. Mirsu says he came to Springfield for the same reason most Haitians did. He heard that housing was cheap and jobs were plentiful.
It started slowly. We had an application pool that was a little bit different.
People coming to work here.
People looking for jobs. What he's welding here again are welded axle components.
Jamie McGregor is the CEO of McGregor Metal, which makes welded parts for the auto and farm industries. Right now, about 10% of his workforce is Haitian, over 30 employees.
I wish I had 30 more. Our Haitian associates come to work every day. They don't have a drug problem. They'll stay at their machine. They'll achieve their numbers. They are here to work. And so in general, that's a stark difference from what we're used to in our community.
McGregor acknowledges the sudden arrival of so many new immigrants is a challenge on multiple fronts, but he believes this is partly how the industrial Midwest can regrow.
We want more jobs in our community. And in order to fill those jobs, some jobs need to be people who are not originally from here.
Peace, everybody, and welcome back to the Black Only News and Entertainment Network. Anton Daniels is at it again. First, he believed and he still does, believe that Haitians are eating cats and dogs and geese in Springfield, Ohio. He says he doesn't understand how these Haitians ended up in Springfield, Ohio. He said he can understand Denver and Arizona. He can understand California and Chicago. He can even understand how they would end up in Florida or Texas. But for the life of him, he can't understand how they ended up in Springfield, Ohio. Well, Anton Daniels, here's your answer. They were recruited to go to Springfield, Ohio, because the residents of Springfield, Ohio were leaving. They were leaving in mass. And because of that, a lot of the jobs that were there were not being filled. So the Haitians were filling those jobs, but they were recruited, they were asked to come to Springfield, Ohio, for those jobs. Anton Daniels, a simple Google search would have told you that. And if you look watching news other than Fox News, you would have learned that as well. The reason why they're in Springfield, Ohio, is because the residents, the Peckerwoods of Springfield, Ohio, were leaving. And so they asked these Haitians to come to Springfield, Ohio, to fill the jobs that these Peckerwoods felt that they were better than, that those jobs were beneath them. So the Haitians, just fresh here in the United States, legally, I might add, they came to Springfield to fill those jobs and to look for and find a better life. Anton Daniels, successful businessman who won't even do research because he's too busy trying to downgrade these Haitian people that look like him. Anyway, guys, I want to thank you all for coming back to the Black Only News and Entertainment Network. Peace, take care, and be safe. And now I'm waiting for a follow-up video from Anton Daniels and Pink Book Lessons. I want to see them retract the fact that they were saying that these Asians were eating pets and geese. I'm waiting for that. It'll never come, but I'm waiting for it. Peace, everybody.